Hey friends, it's Tamara Bennett from Southern Adornments Decor. I am live today with one of our Painters Clubhouse members, Miss Dee McBride. Hello. Tell us where you're from, Dee.
Hey, Tamara. I am from Prattville, Alabama. Same hometown as Casey Hope.
I
That's
knew
what.
I'd recognize that name.
Yeah, same place, Prattville, Alabama.
And how long have you been painting?
Um, well, my whole life, pretty
Your
much.
whole life.
I was one of those kids that my mama used to wear the pantyhose. With the the little they had the cardboard and they had the curved
Mm-hmm.
corners. I made cards out of those when I was a little kid for people's birthdays and stuff. And she did a lot of ceramics back then. So I was kind of around it,
Yeah. I
growing up
didn't
and stuff.
realize how much I did it growing up until I was talking about it to my mom or one of my friends from high school or something. They're like, "Yeah, you've always painted. Don't you remember when you made this and that?" And I'm like,
Yeah,
"Oh yeah, I forgot I did that." And so I
yeah,
guess I've been doing it longer than I ever I just dabbled with it, but I never made
right,
it a business until I started Southern Adornments Decor. So yeah,
yeah,
it's kind of funny how we're kind of creative from birth and we just keep making things and
uh-huh.
crafting things. And my
Yeah, and
mother
I'm just
always
like,
did that.
whatever it is, I love just learning new things. I love trying new things all the time, which kind of drives people crazy, especially if you want to do a business.
Yeah.
you
What's
know,
what's your current favorite thing that you're doing?
making paintbrushes, the glitter
Ooh,
ones
yeah.
and pens.
Do you have a
Um,
couple you can show us, or are they not handy?
well, these, do you know, have you, I'm kind of on the Mackenzie Childs kick, the
Yes, I know
MCI
exactly what
stuff.
you're talking about.
So these are, I don't know if I can even, do I need to turn the camera down or hold them up or what?
And it just whatever's good for you if you want to hold them up or however. Oh, wow. So do you hand paint each of those with the
Yes.
pattern?
Yeah. Sure do.
I'm blown away. That's amazing. I love the little tiny polka dotted one too.
Uh-huh.
They're so chic.
Thanks. So I did those. I just did these. These are different than the glitter ones. I was like,
Yeah.
and I am in I'm in so many groups, girl. I am so many memberships.
You're a junkie, aren't you? Like a learning junkie.
I am. And so I thought, well, I'm in one that's Czech. I'm in Czech Savvy Sisters, Czech Savvy Sisterhood. So I'm gonna post them in there. I
Yeah.
thought, well, that'll be a new little niche, that's not just the glitter in
Yeah.
case, somebody wants to buy them.
Yeah.
But
So
I
where can
just
they go to
started
find
making
those?
these.
There's already people in the comments saying they love them. Where can they find them?
PM me. Just PM me or at D's Broken Art.
These broken art. Awesome. And so do you resin them also, like after you
Yeah,
paint
they
them?
are. Yeah, they're
Wow.
resin. They're slick. They're shiny and resiny.
Yeah. I've tried resin on a few projects, but nothing that's like not flat like that. Like I've only tried it on things that are like flat.
Well,
So
yeah. And I'm doing a different kind of resin than
mhm.
I use on other art. For this, normally I use art resin, and
Mhm.
I'm in Cindy's group too. So I
Yeah.
do that's why my name is D's Broken Art, because
Okay.
I started off doing a lot of glass art,
Yeah.
and I still do glass art,
Yeah.
but instead of doing I use UV resin instead of the turn it, like we have to turn it.
Uh-huh.
So basically, the best thing for me to do is I have one of those nail lamps,
Mhm. The
but those
UV
are, huh?
UV resin, is that
Yeah.
what it is?
hmm
Yeah.
So I use them. I put them, and they make little things to hold pens, okay? But nobody makes anything to hold a paintbrush. I mean, there's no, what I'm
Kind of
saying.
unique. Yeah, yeah.
So I've just kind of adapted and made up different stuff, and like I'll show you. This is crazy. But okay, let me put this on here. Well, I normally tape around here. I've noticed these little, I never noticed it, but the ferrules can scratch easily until you don't
Hmm.
notice something like
Yeah,
that
yeah.
until you're trying to keep them from scratching. But like the pins you can put on these straws. See, I just slip them down on there.
Yes.
But this, I have to like clamp it.
This is so interesting. That's
And then
clever.
I
I
put it
wouldn't
out
have
on
thought
the
of that.
driveway with the sun. The sun's the best UV light. So if
Yeah,
I can take advantage of the sun, that's what I do.
that's smart. I love it. Well, thank you for sharing that with us.
Okay.
So we're here today to talk to Miss D about the Painters Clubhouse and what her experience has been. As she said, she has always been a crafter her whole life, and she always loves to learn new things and make new things. So tell us a little bit about like maybe why you joined Painters Clubhouse, or how long have you even been a member?
Well, I brought show and tell too.
Oh, I love show and tell. Yes.
You'll know how long I've been there then. You can tell me.
I can tell by the designs and how old
Yeah,
they
I
are.
think you will. I think you will. This was the spring challenge.
Oh, that has been a while. I'm trying to think when that was. That would have been like 2018, 19.
Yeah.
It's been a while. Yeah. It's still a good design though. I love it.
I love it too. I do too. And then I made one that was more like the pink and corally or whatever. I don't know where it is, but it wrote the McBride's on it. And
Yeah.
I use that one a lot. This one is beautiful. I love the colors, but my front door is dark green and it just doesn't pop as much.
Yeah.
As the pink does. So I use that. I'm gonna say I love Painters Clubhouse, which it's the camaraderie and people helping you. And also I think one of the main things I loved learning how to use the dang jigsaw, girl. I loved it. It was like this. Oh, it just helped me. I felt like, the ball.
Yeah, you feel empowered. Yeah.
Yes. And it is so nice. And also using like block posters, how to do that. Because I don't know if you remember, but I made a 7.5-foot albie. Do you remember somebody that made the 7.5-foot albie?
What's an albie?
Auburn.
Oh, see, I don't know that. I don't know the sports
You
thing.
don't know Auburn?
I was like, who is that? Oh, you cut out a minute. I think I lost your video.
A junk mail in Cincinnati. Okay, anyway, it was like, I'll be the Auburn Tigers.
I know who you're talking about now.
He kind of looks like a tiger and kind of looks like Pink Panther. You never know how.
Yes, I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah, so I made him 7.5-foot tall one. And I used it, just my knowledge I got from how to use the jigsaw, how to use block poster. And I think it took 72 pages of block poster. And so it was really like putting a puzzle together with him, all those little stripes and everything. And I also made a big owl. You know who Big Owl is? The Alabama elephant.
Okay, yes.
Yeah. And so he wasn't as tall because he's bigger. I make them as big as they go on a 4x8, 8x4 plywood. That's what I did. Wow. So I think that, and just just learning how to, just not what we just do in the clubhouse, but just so many transferable skills that you can use from just knowing how to do it. And like, this is another one. You can tell football's getting ready to come up. Well, and I'm an Auburn fan. And so this is old, but it's still cute too.
Ooh, that logo looks awesome. I love it.
And I just did that on block poster. I don't even want to show this side because it's so bad. I thought I was going to do it reversible. I'll show it anyway.
Okay. We won't judge.
This way though.
Ooh, that looks great. I love the polka dots and stuff.
Thank you. But I sold them like this. The ones I sold for Alabama were the red helmet. Yeah, and with the A for Alabama, So, but my house, we're Auburn fans. Poor things. Poor us. Poor them and everybody else.
Yeah. You were talking about the Painters Clubhouse teaching you like skills that transfer, right? I've known some people who have started using the skills they've learned in Painters Clubhouse to paint on tumblers and to, just all kinds of projects, things I never would have dreamed up that they've figured out how to use it on.
Well, yeah. And I was going to, matter of fact, I was thinking about that today because I was thinking, I've never painted leopard. I've just never really, I love leopard. I have a lot of leopard stuff.
I do too.
But I really just haven't painted. I hadn't had the right thing, or I didn't have to feel the need,
Yeah.
Maybe I did one time. Maybe I did it on a little heart or something one time and sent it as a gift. But anyway, it's been a long time. And I was thinking today, I need to go back and read that, just reinforce, see that video, of how to do it, because I'm thinking about doing it on a paintbrush,
Yes.
And then resin on top of that. So
yeah, once you get the hang of those little techniques like that, you start wanting to put them on everything. I know leopard print for me is really easy now, and I want to put it like, it just feels like it's kind of like, to me, like putting polka dots on something. Polka dots is really easy to put on anything.
Yeah,
and so,
except for a paintbrush.
Except for a paintbrush. That's
I'm
probably
just
true
gonna
because it's
tell you,
rounded.
I promise you. I mean, it's like I'm somebody that uses the other end of the paintbrush,
Yeah.
polka dot or a pencil eraser. I mean, Q-tip, anything.
Have you tried the little sponge pouncer? So, like a little bitty sponge pouncer?
Think about this for a second.
I love that.
Little. Nothing ever hits flat. It won't hit flat. The little up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you try to do a polka dot and the outside is not hitting.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. It's not wrapping around the shape.
Nuh-uh. So I just ended up, I think I used like one of these little, which I love these Zen brushes anyway, the Zens.
Yeah.
So that's why they have to be little. I mean, they just have to be little.
Yeah.
I couldn't make them any bigger. I could try everything.
Oh, me. Well, we've got lots of people watching here in the comments, and I wanted to say hello to them, even though we're talking to each other. Thank y'all for commenting and showing up. I wanted to interview Miss D because she's been a Clubhouse member for a while now, and I think she had some valuable insight into what it's like to be a Painters Clubhouse member. And you mentioned the community. What is your favorite part about the community?
Well, everybody's just so nice, and you see different at different stages of painting, and everybody's been there. And I mean, I don't feel like I am proficient at all. There's some people in there that are a lot better than me, especially for the length of time I've been there. But I swap around so much. I don't paint just during, I don't do just that. But the community, everybody's so supportive. Everybody's so nice. If you have a question, it's easy to go in there and say, what was it, or where? We have the search thing, the search icon thing. But sometimes, or you just want an opinion. What do y'all think I should do here? And, and you're going to get people quickly to tell you what they think and all that stuff. So I love that part of it. And, I love, I'm nosy. I like to see what everybody's doing too, I
do too. It's inspiring. Sometimes if you get into a creative frump, you're like, you just can't seem to get inspired. Sometimes it can take one person's photo for me to be like, I haven't done that technique before. And it's not that you're suddenly wanting to create exactly what they did. Sometimes it sparks a new idea in your mind and you turn around and want to go create something else because of that inspiration. So,
and I'm one of those people that I really don't create, even the things that we do in Clubhouse, most of the time I don't do those. I mean, I might pick one, every now and then, but I love having those ideas there. And I may put them on canvas, or I may put it on, a little kid's overalls, or, something like that. Cause I paint clothes and stuff too. I like to, but, I like having that. And then I'll tell you what, what did I do? Trying to think which designs. I love doing the door hangers for paint parties, because you can make $40 on one helmet or $400 on 10. They paint.
Do that paint party math.
I do 35, but still, and it's some work though. The prep work, you still have to cut them out, okay? But it's still, people like to do door hangers at paint parties too.
Yeah, the paint parties were always my favorite. They felt like fun, but also a little less work than painting 10 of them. Like you said, it was fun to go do the party and teach others. And I kind of get an enjoyment out of seeing their thrill when they realized they were able to create something they didn't know they could do. So,
yeah. And looking at their different takes, I have one person at one of my paint parties. We painted ice cream cones and did patriotic ones, like for 4th of July or something, or just for summer and for, all that. And so I looked and I was like, oh my God. Not just, and she was like, I know what I'm doing. I'm like, good. I'm glad you're doing great, But it ended up being adorable. And it ended up being a Marine Corps.
Ooh.
It was so cute. But I didn't know where she was going with it in her head.
You couldn't see it, the vision that she had in her head.
I could not figure out what she was doing. But anyway, so yeah, I love them. I enjoy them, but I am worn out when I finish. Like, I don't even realize how tired I was until,
Yeah.
I think because you're on for 2 hours, you know,
You're in charge of the room, you know, for
right. And
2 or 2 plus
you have
hours.
to be on and like, being like, you know, subservient or whatever. You're like,
Yeah.
I was thinking these waitresses, I bet they're worn out by the end of a shift. Oh my gosh.
Yes. I used to be a waitress back in the day. It's very similar because you're constantly needed by somebody in the room.
You're watching, you're on guard. You're on, you're on.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
Yeah.
So, but I love doing them. They're so much fun. And I'm trying to think what else. I mean, that's the community. Everybody's so supportive. You get feedback quickly. If you have a question, it seems like there's always somebody, you know, if you go there, if you post a question, there's going to be somebody that's on there.
Yeah.
You know, you could be at Michael's or Hobby Lobby and go, what was that paint? You know?
Yeah.
And so I love that part of it.
They're such a generous group, you know, they're not gatekeepers of their secrets or their knowledge. Everybody is willing to share and help each other out. There's one of our PC sisters in the comments. Miss Marie Mosley says, hey.
Hey, girl, how are you?
And then I see Heather Shackelford's here. I'm actually interviewing her live tomorrow. So that'll be exciting. And then I don't know if you saw this comment, but Teresa Hackelman said, thank you, Miss D, for being willing to share your ideas and your Painters Clubhouse story. You look like an artist and have such a cute accent.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah,
us artists, we love color, don't we?
Yes, I do. I love color.
Yeah.
I love black and white. So pretty much. And my accent, well, I've been working on that for a while, you know.
Well, if you're from Prattsville, you sound like Casey Hope.
You know, it is what it is.
Yeah. It's funny because I don't think Casey has that thick of an accent until I'm with her in person. I'm like, I forget just how country she does sound. Or like, I think I have a country accent, but hers is specific to like Alabama.
Yeah.
Just like yours. Yep.
And see, I never realized that until I was watching like lives of other people, and it might be an event or something. And I always go, where are you from? And like, I don't know if you know Carol Ruth Creation Station or anyway. And she said like Bessemer. And I knew it. It's like, I knew you sounded like one of my family or somebody, you know?
Yeah.
So I didn't realize there were such different accents from just different states.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can kind of pick yours out if you.
Oh, man.
But both my children live in Paducah.
Really?
Yes.
That's only 40 minutes from me.
Huh?
That's only 40 minutes from me. That's pretty close. Yeah.
I know it.
Well,
so they just moved there, I think, in March. My son moved there in May, and my daughter moved there in March. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. We've got Taryn watching from Kentucky. What part of Kentucky are you from? I'm over in Western Kentucky. We're actually doing a Painters Clubhouse Christmas crafting event November the 5th here in Western Kentucky. So you may have to make an excuse to come up and visit your kids and come to the crafting event.
Where are you going to have it in Western?
Around Grand Rivers.
Okay. I don't know anything.
That's only 30 or 40 minutes from Paducah. It's not far at all.
Okay. Yeah. I'll
just down the road. That. Yeah. Okay. Taryn's from Madison County. That's not far from here either, I don't think. All right. Well, thank you, Miss D, for coming on and chatting with us. Do you have any final words for somebody who maybe is thinking about doing Painters Clubhouse, but they're a little nervous, a little scared to make the commitment? Do you have any words for them?
Well, first of all, I mean, really, you're only making a month of commitment, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, really, it's a month. I mean, if you don't like it,
yeah,
leave.
Not like signing up for the gym.
I bet you've never had anybody leave after a month. If it was for some other reason.
Right.
But, I would say, especially now, when I was starting, you know, we kind of did things. When did you start it? I mean, I wasn't in there in the beginning, but it was probably pretty close.
April 2018. It was 4.5 years ago, nearly.
So I don't know if that was the spring. My little spring door hanger, was that spring or the spring after?
I think it was probably the spring after. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm thinking now when I look that there's a lot of information in there, a whole lot of information. Mm-hmm. So I would say take it one step at a time. Just start with the basics. I mean, and learn to use the jigsaw, y'all. I mean, it is so fun. It's so liberating. I mean, it's like I can go out there if I need something. Literally, if I needed a gift to take somewhere tonight, I could go make one. You know, I can make it. If it was a baby gift, what's your nursery decorated in?
Yeah.
You need to go on Google or somewhere on Southern Adornments,
Yeah.
and I could have that thing done and an original gift by tonight. So if you learn how to use the jigsaw, you don't have to order and stuff. So I had to say that and just take it step by step. There's so many people in here to help you. And also, it's just fun. I mean, have fun. And I mean, go for it. I think you would enjoy it. It's always nice to be a part of a group when you're starting something too, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That you have just that support. You know you have it. You're not in the boat alone. And you have somebody with you that's going to help you out if you need it.
Yeah, because maybe these people have been watching up until now, just catching me on Tuesdays when I paint live and thinking, I wish I could do that, or I'm not sure if I could do that. And sometimes it takes being a part of a group like this to kind of get you into the action of taking action and making the thing. And once you complete at least one of these, you're going to be like, ooh, what next? And you're going to be ready for your next project. And you're not going to be doing it alone, because when you finish a project, you have a place to share your photo and to get encouragement. Because I don't know if you have a husband, Dee, or not, but when I show my husband something I've painted, his response is very lackluster compared to like the response I get when I share it in the Painters Clubhouse.
No, I have a boyfriend, a man, whatever you want to call it, for about almost 10 years. So, but he just goes, Dee, that's good.
Exactly. That's what we're going for.
I want you to start writing down everything you do. He told me this, I swear, last night or the night before. Write down everything you do, all your memberships, everything. And then I want you to write down how much money you make that month. You're going to have to do that because,
You tell him it's not just about the money. It's therapy. Like we need this in our soul.
You, right?
They just don't understand.
That's what I need to say. That is very good. Because, one trip to the therapist a month.
Does he go hunting? Does he play golf? Does he do anything like that?
He goes hunting.
Okay.
He goes hunting. He has a farm. He feeds the deer. That's what I'm saying. I've said that about the farm. You waste more money. He's like, but I'm also feeding the deer.
Yeah.
And he does have a lot of deer. So, and I've also thought about how much is deer meat per ounce when you go to eat it.
Yeah. And eventually you have to say, okay, are you really doing this for the deer meat, or do you get something else out of it too? I'm sure he gets some sort of personal fulfillment.
He doesn't even shoot unless it's above a certain grade,
right.
Unless, we really need some meat, like towards the end. But yeah.
I was telling my husband one day, he was talking about having somebody come in to help him like bush hog and do all this to the field he wants to hunt in. I said, how much is that going to cost? And he told me, I said, that's not even our property you're talking about having to. I don't want to spend that kind of money on something that's not our property just for you to go hunting for 2 weeks during rifle season. And he's like, yeah, I guess you do make a good point.
Oh, y'all only have 2 weeks.
Well, our rifle season is 2 weeks. I think you can also go bow hunting and musket.
Oh, ours is months, girl, months.
2 weeks here in Kentucky.
Oh, months here in Alabama. Like they're gone.
Yeah. Well, I kind of wish it was longer. Maybe he'd be out of the house more. It'd be good for him. He's in good mood on those 2 weeks for sure. It puts him in a good mood to get to go sit in the hunting spot. Even if he doesn't shoot anything, he's in a better mood for doing it.
Yeah, but talking about the bush hog, my man's name's Eddie. He's got he has a bush hog. He has tractors, 4-wheeler. I mean, all the stuff, the golf cart.
They have their things, we have ours. So
yeah. I'll have to remember that one to tell him about the therapy too.
Yeah, okay. It is very therapeutic. Well, I will let you go. Thank you so much, Miss Dee, for coming and chatting with me for a few minutes.
Okay, thank you. And if anybody wants to hit me up on these cute little paintbrushes.
Yeah, hold them up again. The people in the beginning are the only ones that got to see them.
Yeah, I did the glitter ones, like I said. These are harder to do, so.
Yes.
They're just more tedious or whatever.
When this video's over, Dee, will you come back to the comments and leave a link to your page so they can go check those out?
Sure.
Thank you. All right.
Thank you so much.
Have a wonderful day.
See you in November.
Yes, I'm excited about it. See you soon.
Okay. Thank you guys. Bye.